Wow, look at that view. That makes the whole trip worth it right there. Just this moment. Hello and welcome back to Minivan Camper Gal. My name is Kelly and I don't camp in a minivan anymore, but I camp in a Santa Fe SUV. And today I'm going on a trip. I've always wanted to go see the leaves change on the East Coast. So today I'm not headed to the East Coast. But I am headed to the next best thing, the Eastern Sierras. The Eastern Sierras may just be my favorite place in the whole world. They're so beautiful. It's so amazing. There's a couple things I'm not sure how it's going to work out. One, it's going to be really crowded and they're little tiny mountain towns. Two, the little mountain towns are not very car camper van life friendly. There's no parking signs all over. Three, I may be too late. I think the leaves are kind of a little bit past their peak. Am I going to catch any leaves at all? I don't know. Oh yeah, and there might be some bears, of which I kind of forgot about until after I had packed. So, I've never been there in the fall though. I've only been there in the summer. So I'm really excited to see what the fall is like. The Sierra Nevada is a 400-mile-long, beautiful mountain range known for its giant trees, lakes, rivers, and waterfalls. It's on the eastern side of California, near the border of Nevada. You can, of course, enjoy the western slopes, but I'm going to the eastern side. And I'm going to this little road here, which is Highway 395, which connects all these little towns. You can get there through Flagstaff, following Highway 40, going to Ridgecrest, and then heading north. Or you can go through Las Vegas, heading north. But you do have to cross through Death Valley at some point, which can be a rather treacherous drive. This is the way I'm going. You can also get there by going south from Reno or going west from Modesto. So I just stopped at this rest stop area. It's this huge candy store called Death Valley Nut and Candy. And they have rows and rows and rows of candy and chocolate and all kinds of yummy things. But I feel like I'm kind of weaning myself off of other unhealthy food. And it was so great to come back here and make myself a great meal and not spend a dime and have food that really makes me feel good. And I think that is one of the best parts of traveling like this. You get to eat how you want. You get to spend how much money you want on food because you brought it with you. You get to keep on track with whatever you're trying to do with your diet. This is just a couple hours north of Vegas, still on the main road. And here's where I make the turn to start crossing the desert. So this is where I camped last night. It was a very lovely, quiet night. And I thought these were the Sierras, the mountains that I'm heading to. But actually, those are the Sierras, that range back there, that rocky range. The sun is still hot. It's mid-October, and my legs are burning right now in the sun. It's kind of crazy. There's a bird outside that had a very strange call. I love being in the middle of nowhere. It's just so quiet. It's so great. So I decided I'm going to Rock Creek Lake, which apparently, according to the California Color website, is at like 75 to 100% peak color. And there's a really long drive up, so it goes through a big change in elevation, so you actually see like a whole change of color. So that's where I'm headed. Someday, eventually, here. See, look how strong my table is. I can push down on it. And what, maybe it's flexing a little bit, but I mean, it's definitely holding. I'm pressing down pretty much as hard as I can on the edge of the table. That's awesome. I haven't really tested it like that before. Coffee. It's not quite hot enough. Almost. I think this year, with it being so hot for so long, I am just so looking forward to feeling like it's fall. When I went to Santa Fe, it almost felt like it was fall. It still was pretty warm, but I kind of was like, oh yeah, fall. I remember fall. Fall was a nice season. And so, as my arm is about to catch on fire here, I'm so looking forward to feeling like it's actually fall. Okay, vámonos. All right. There is absolutely no one coming from either direction in 200 miles. One lane road ahead. Hopefully there's no one coming. Okay, good. That's all they could carve out of the mountains was one lane. Wow, so you can see almost the entire range here. It goes much, much further north, and this is just the entrance to the range. It goes much farther west as well. You might not even know it if you're just driving by. You might think, oh yeah, those are some tall mountains. But once you've been up inside the range, it's so incredible. It's totally otherworldly, and it's just my favorite place in the world. All right, we finally made it through the desert to 395, which is the main highway that follows the Sierras here. Have a little ways to go on this, and then we're gonna turn up and go up into the mountains. So this is the little town of Bishop, California. Gas is very expensive. Lots of cute little shops and little cafes. This is the world famous Schatz Bakery. Maybe I'll stop in there later. And you have Aaron Schatz Roadhouse, which I think Aaron is the son of the baker. So we've got about 23 miles to go. Okay, so we're gonna turn here at Tom's place. And we've got a 9-mile drive up to Rock Creek Lake. Camping permitted in open campgrounds only. No camping. Already the signs have started. Oh, there's our first peep of yellow. Oh, look at that. It's pretty. Oh, these leaves I think have already turned and they've already fallen off. Oh, nice. Oh, this is so pretty. Oh, how beautiful. Oh, they're like sparkling in the wind. Oh my gosh. Yeah, lots of leaves have fallen off, so kind of right at peak. Oh, that's so beautiful. It's just barely a road anymore. Oh, so past peak up at the top here. There's no leaves left. Wow, there's not a single spot. Goodness, I don't even know if there's a spot for me to turn around. Yeah, this is pretty crazy. Oh my gosh, there are so many people up here. Oh, the roads are so bad because they get tons and tons and tons and tons of snow up here. It is not uncommon in the winter for up here to be covered with 20 feet of snow. I cannot believe they took this huge RV up here. Well, at least there's a turnaround. But yeah, certainly no parking anywhere. Not sure how we're gonna do this. I don't think we're gonna fit. So that was insane. There was like 2 inches between me and that Jeep. Wow, I pulled into this little parking lot turnaround thing, and there are so many cars in here, I don't even think I can get out. There's like these 2 SUVs. Trying not to hit a tree here. And I just can't. Okay, made it. This is crazy. So you might be wondering why there is so much traffic up there when this is the lake here. There's nothing else up there. There's no attraction, there's no resort, nothing up there. Why are there so many people? Well, this is one of the entrances into the real Sierras. So most of those people, I would guess, are hiking and backpacking. Once you get in 5 or 10 miles into the Sierras, hiking, walking, there's no roads, it turns into this magical wonderland of lakes and waterfalls and rivers and just spectacular scenes you can't even imagine. So, as inaccessible as it is, that's why it's so crowded up there. Wow, it got chilly fast. I'm not used to cool temperatures. Ah, isn't this so beautiful? The sun just went behind that mountain. I don't know if you can really sense how grand this is. Gives me goosebumps. Ah, how beautiful is this? This is what I mean. The Sierras are just full of these magical places. I don't know, maybe if you live near the woods, you're like, she needs to get out more. It's just some trees and a creek. But it's really beautiful here. No, I've forgotten that smell of leaves. It's kind of that dusty, musty smell a little bit. Oh, it's nice to finally feel like it's fall in October. These colors are just so striking. Bigfoot. That could be scary at night, actually. Isn't this beautiful? Well, this is really spectacularly beautiful, but there are way too many people up here for what it's made for. It's not like there's thousands of people up here, but there's not that many parking spots and quite a bit of cars. It is really beautiful, and I'm really glad I'm seeing it in the fall. I've only ever seen it in the summer, the spring, the summer. But if I'm honest, this really isn't my jam. So many people, so many cars. Maybe I can find a quiet place to camp tonight. Okay, I found a place to camp. And it's quiet, and there's no one around, and it's free. Beautiful forests. Good morning. I had a lovely night in the forest. Didn't have any visitors, people or bears, so that's good. It was very quiet. I was planning on staying here today, but two things changed. One, I have to be home sooner than I thought, and two, there are bees everywhere here. They're like hitting the windows. So I'm not that scared of bees, but I've had a couple come in, which isn't that fun. So I need to get some bug screens. But I had planned to wash my hair outside. I was going to try out my little faucets and just wash my hair out the back here. But with the bee issue, I don't want to do that. So I'm going to try to wash my hair in my sink. Are you ready? Well, a couple splashes. But I think it worked. All right, I am ready to go to town. Oh, I love being in the forest. It smells so good. Okay, I'm gonna go in now. So I'm driving out of the forest, and I'm trying to remember which road I came in on. These forest roads are kind of a maze. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the one I'm on. So it's an intersection of 5 roads. I think I just stayed on this main road for exactly this reason, because I didn't want to get lost going out. But I'm headed into Mammoth Lakes. I'm really going for one purpose, and that is to ride my bike. They have a lot of really nice paved bike paths, so that's why I'm going. Just to ride my bike. Maybe I'll go see, there's a lot of lakes, and I'm sure they'll be beautiful as well. So maybe we'll go take a look at those. I haven't ridden my bike in a really long time, so I'm excited to give it a go. It's 66 degrees out, which is perfect. I don't want to be cold. I just don't want to be having heat stroke. So there's 2 main trails in town here. One is the town loop, that's about 6 or 7 miles, and the other is the Lakes Basin Path, which starts here and comes up to the lakes here. It's pretty steep if you start here though, so I'm gonna start up a little higher. You can take the bus up this road with your bike and then just ride down the hill. So I have yet to try that, but that's on my list. Or if you have an electric bike, then you really have it made. And you can just power up the hill and then coast on down. All right, I might try getting on here. There's actually spots open, unlike yesterday. So that's good. That's encouraging. So this is where my bike is. It's in the front seat here. And this is a Brompton bike. I got it several years ago, kind of before the big boom in electric folding bikes. But I do think this is probably one of the smallest folding bikes you can get. So Brompton bikes are pretty expensive, but they're really well made and they have a lot of cool features. You can take it into a grocery store and it turns into like a little shopping cart. When I bought it, there weren't that many options for folding bikes. Okay, let's see if we can make it to some lakes or if I have to turn around and drive there. Oh yeah, no problem. Oh, the weather is so perfect today. The sun is warm. Woohoo! Oh, hill. How do I shift? I don't remember. Oh. Okay, yeah, walking up the hill. So the Brompton is a fun bike to ride, but it's not a performance bike. You're not going to go very fast. You're not going to go up any major hills. It's just a fun bike to have with you and to ride around. The tires are super tiny, so you have to stay on pavement. It's a great city bike, is what it is. And I can add electric on, so I think that's what I'll probably do if I start riding it more. Okay, found a better gear. That's better. Oh, the forest is so beautiful. This is so great. This is a fun trail. I'm glad I came here just for this trail. Woo. Wow, look at that view. That makes the whole trip worth it right there. Just this moment. That's so beautiful. Wow, look at this view. Ah, shoot, I have to cut my ride short. I don't have my phone with me, and I may have put it in my back pocket and it fell out. Or it could be safe in the car, one of the two. But if it fell out, I need to find it. Dang it, I was having such a good time. Well, I will have to go down. Hopefully the phone's in the car, and I'll drive up. All right, this is the moment that could make or break the trip right here. Is my phone in my car? Please. Yay. Everything's gonna be okay. Well, that was really great. I am happy that I biked up this whole hill. If I would have known how steep it was, I probably wouldn't have gone. But you know what? It was worth it for the views. Those views were incredible. So now driving to the top, and let's see if there's any parking spots up at the top. All right, I'll park here and continue my journey. I am so pleasantly surprised that there are parking spots. I think maybe that's my lesson from this trip, is when you want to go do something that a lot of other people want to go do, like go to Yellowstone or Yosemite or something like that. Find out all the places the guidebooks tell you to go and don't go there. Go anyplace else but those hot spots because they're going to be miserable. There's going to be too many people. But this is great. As you can see, leaves have changed. I'm enjoying the fall foliage, and I also have a parking spot. Okay, back to the bike ride. With my phone this time. This is one of my favorite places, and it's so special to see it in different seasons. Okay, back on the road. Oh, just spectacular. Isn't that beautiful how the light sparkles on the water? So a whole bunch of electric bikes just passed me coming up this hill. Yeah, sure, fine. But you're not getting the joy of the burning legs right now. That's what biking's all about. is the burn, right? I'm almost to Lake Mary. I can do it. I'm almost there. I start worrying about the car. Like, oh, I bet somebody's broken in by now. I should head back. It's gonna be amazing once I get there. Oh, coming down is gonna be great. Yay. Okay, I'm gonna prop the bike there while I go down to the lake. That's probably not very smart, but I don't want to push it up this hill. Wow, spectacular. Time for a snack and some water. It's such a perfect day. The sun is warm, but the breeze is cool. Wow, it's perfect. Hi, little guy. This is a great day. I'm glad I came out and didn't stay at my campsite. I'm worried about my bike though. Maybe I'll go get it after all. Okay, brought the bike down. So now all I have to worry about is the car. But you know, one thing I've been thinking about since I've done this SUV camper is, you know, when the van broke down, I was so devastated because it felt like such a triumph to have built it out the way I did. It felt like I would never be able to do that again. And now having this new paper mache system that is so easy, I know I could do it again. I know I could make almost any vehicle a camping vehicle now. I think this paper mache technique is kind of revolutionary because I think you could turn any car into a camper. I think anyone could turn any car into a camper with this technique. Okay, all that being said about how I'd totally be okay building a new camper. It's time to head back. Make sure it's okay. Oh, finally downhill. See, I enjoy the downhill more than people with electric bikes. Because I worked for it. Well, I just went in this store. Didn't expect to buy anything, but just looking. And I found a really cool book. I feel like this area of the Eastern Sierras is so tough to navigate. Like, it's tough to know where to go, and there's just so much. There's so many trails. I don't know. I just feel like it's a nut I haven't really cracked. And it's kind of tough to find information. So to have someone really tell you is worth 25 bucks, I think. There she is, safe and sound. All that worry for nothing, thankfully. Starlink is still on. Everything's all good. So the bottom folds up like this, and that can be your kickstand. This folds in like this. That slides down. And voila. And this pedal snaps up. And there's the entire bike. Pretty cool, huh? Oh, that was so great. I'm so glad I brought my bike. And that was so enjoyable. Why don't I ride it more often? This was such a fantastic day. I can't wait to come back next summer with my stand-up paddleboard. I wonder if I can fit the stand-up paddleboard and my bike in here. It'll be a challenge. I'll have to see if I can work it out. Well, a pretty successful little trip. The only thing I paid for was my little book I bought and gas. So I spent very little money and got to see some amazing sights. It's so wonderful seeing this area in a whole different season. So anyway, thank you for coming along to my trip to find the fall colors. Hopefully it got you in the mood for fall, if you're not already. And click the green button to subscribe. I still need to finish my build in the back there. And I'll see you on the next one.